The WWE needs to impress Fox and USA Network with the ratings for the WWE Draft 2021, or the big companies are going to be doing some serious rethinking about the amount of money they bid the next time the deal comes to the table. The WWE, and in particular Vince McMahon and Nick Khan, have an impossible job with this WWE Draft. Not only do they need to work out the ideal balance across both Raw and SmackDown to boost the ratings on the red brand without the blue brand suffering, but they also need to make sure that both Fox and the USA Network feel like they've won the draft. As fans, we're going to be picking apart both rosters for a while going forwards. This time though, the networks will too. The thing is, it's really easy to say who's going to be the winner. It's going to be whoever gets Roman Reigns. As such, the WWE have been set a few extra challenges with this particular draft that they were not immediately prepared for, and this is why we're seeing so many wrestlers right now sharing scripted tweets to try and drum up as much interest and as much support as possible. The people tweeting right now talking about the draft, they're the ones that the WWE has access to the accounts of. The Bobby Lashley tweet in particular seemed to give away what's going to be happening of Bobby Lashley going forwards, because he didn't talk about what if I'm drafted, he basically said when I'm on SmackDown. Depending on your For You page on the Twitter, never handle that. Depending on your For You page on the Twitter, depending on your For You page on the Twitter trends, we've seen the WWE Draft tag trending on Twitter intermittently across the day, even though many wrestling journalists clearly showed the bias of what they focus on when they said it wasn't appearing for them. If you cover WWE religiously, it should be on your For You page. As we get closer, it's gaining a lot of extra momentum. People will tune in. They will get a great number tonight. It will be very successful, pretty much no matter what, but they're stacking it anyway to make it even stronger. The problem is what comes next. Because if the WWE are able to deliver a great rating this week, Fox and USA are going to be expecting ratings that high going forwards. What I'm trying to say is that the WWE have found themselves in a no-win situation, and this is one of the reasons that they're overwhelmingly favouring Fox. The company won't be able to keep both sides happy, so you might as well just kind of pick one and roll with it, and the network deal is always going to be more interesting cable deal. We can be confident that Roman Reigns will be the first choice pick. Anyone who has the option to pick Roman Reigns who doesn't clearly has not been paying attention. So what it comes down to is who is permitted to choose first. I think it's telling though that Bobby Lashley's scripted tweet seemed to really give away that he might be SmackDown bound. If both Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre are heading to the blue brand, Raw should be expecting a pretty hefty makeweight. Cody says this also feels like a big reason why we will likely see a lot of big NXT call-ups. Now when it comes to NXT, I did say a while back that by the end of the draft we would see close to, if not double figures of call-ups on both Raw and on SmackDown. We've seen a number of them filter through ahead of time. Toni Storm is one, Boogs is another, and they're just on SmackDown. There's been a number of others who have started to make their appearances via NXT. At this point, I still believe we are going to get up to, if not right at, that double figure mark. Reese, how you doing, man? Glad to see you, mate. There's draft picks not taking effect until after Crown Jewel. What the fuck? They want to start announcing the Crown Jewel card, and they can't do it for championships if everyone is moving away. So essentially, up to Crown Jewel, more of the same, 3 matches. We're going to get Lashley versus Goldberg. We can get Drew McIntyre versus Big E. We're going to get Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar to keep a championship where they feel it should be just tense enough. And then, of course, what this means is that they're choosing Crown Jewel over Survivor Series. Buzzy says, I hope LA Knight moves up. He can knock anything out of the park. Definitely a name that's been passed around a lot, as well as others such as Austin Theory, for example. Bailey says, what if Raw picks Roman and he won't go? I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it. USA Network would really not be happy though. Really not be happy. There's going to be a loser here. There's going to be a loser.